in our culture, what goes on in this house stays in this house. So we were
Mm.
getting the crap beat out of us. And, I would try to tell the school nurse, and she came home with me one day, and, we were telling my mother what I had told. And when they put my father out for the 2 weeks, he came back and he beat the brakes off of me. So I wasn't able to speak. And because of that, I kept everything inside. So by the time I was 20, I did have that nervous breakdown. And one day I was on the altar and I was just crying in my 20s. And there was a sister on there, and she said, I didn't know you were going through all these things. And at that moment, I learned that I needed to speak. I needed to talk. So my first form of therapy was write things down. I just started writing stuff down. It was like I was emptying my soul out on paper. And then after I got enough courage up to speak, I started speaking to a psychologist she wasn't a psychiatrist, but she was she had a master's in psychology. So I would speak to her and she would help me understand and break things down. And yes, that was my therapy. And then I got into church with someone that would literally help me through the things that I was going through. So it was writing. Yes, it was basically a therapist, and it was church. It was a sense of community that I needed, because when you're abused, it's almost like you are secluded in this little round bubble and you're not allowed to tell what's going on in the bubble. But one day that bubble was popped. And when it popped, this is what I realized. You don't have to tell who did what they did to you. You just have to tell the truth.